Greetings, my friends, and welcome on back to another episode of Minecrafting with Ultra. I am Ultra, and I wanted to start today's episode off by thanking you guys for the support on the last couple episodes. It has been super awesome. You guys really seem to be enjoying the episodes, and I've been having a ton of fun making them, so it means a lot. And I have something to show you guys because I went back. That's right. I went back to the Deep Dark shortly after the last episode, shortly after I finished recording it. And guess what I found? That's right, I got them fast britches. Look at that. Check this out. Look at my sneak speed, bruh. It's like my walk speed. Look at my little legs just getting it down there. That is enough of that, though, because we're going to do a lot of building today. We got to make up for the last couple episodes where we haven't really built much of anything at all. And what we're going to be building is an entrance to our city right over here. The first entrance, one of the entrances. And we're going to utilize this terrain here. I think it's kind of neat. And I like to use the natural terrain as much as possible whenever I can. And we'll just kind of incorporate it into the build a little bit. And here's what I'm thinking. We've got the snowy capped mountains up there. So we can have a little bit of a runoff, like some meltwater, a little bit of like glacial runoff coming down the hill. Kind of like a waterfall right down here. And we can have that waterfall, it can be the thing that cuts this canyon out. We'll have to do a bit of terraforming and clear some of this out and connect it up to the bay here. But I think that would give a really cool purpose to have this water inlet here. It would just give it something to tie it into the terrain. And then we could build a super cool bridge over that with a gatehouse on the other side. So that's the plan. We got some materials. I'm going to start getting some stuff laid out, and we're going to see what I can come up with. And starting over here at the waterfall, I used my shovel to kind of trace out a path where I thought the water should flow. And then I came back through after that with some stone and just kind of reinforced it a little bit just to really make sure that it stood out and that the water went exactly where I wanted it to. I did have a bit of a harder time doing that down here at the bottom. Minecraft water physics are kind of one of those things, you know. But it did end up working out in the end, and I got it figured out. After that, I went over here and started terraforming. I wanted to push this hill back. That way we had a bit more room for our road coming down towards our bridge and eventually where the gatehouse will be. I started outlining a big old door and a couple of towers to go to either side of that, as well as the bridge that's going to go across this chasm here. I didn't want to leave everything floating though, so after that I came back through, brought the terrain up, and started to fill in some of the walls and the door a little bit, just so we could get some meat and potatoes on this build and actually start seeing what it's going to look like. And we don't half step it around here, so we go around backside, and we're going to get the backside of our build done too. And that's kind of the rough plan, the rough idea, the rough outline, the rough, whatever. That's where we're going to get started. We've got a little bit of a road coming down this way. I got all my crap is all in the way here, but then it comes down to the bridge. I did end up adding a couple more blocks of height on these towers, and I might even go a couple blocks higher yet. I'm not sure. But we don't have anything past this way. We're not going to worry about this quite yet. What I'd like to focus on for the rest of the episode is detailing out what we've got started here. Now that we have our rough outline and we've got things in place, it's going to be easier for us to see kind of what we need and where. So I promised you guys lots of building on this episode, and I meant it. I think what I'd like to do is start with the bridge and maybe a little bit of terraforming along here, and then if we get to the gatehouse today, cool. If not, no big deal. But I do think I'd like to start out here and get this section of the build done first. So let's do that. There, not only have we begun building, but now we also have this wicked awesome whitewater rafting water slide action going on. Check this place out though. I think this turned out super, super cool. One thing I tried to do was keep the vegetation and the greenery a lot more lush down here at the lower elevations, and then as it goes up towards the colder area, it kind of thins out a bit. But I think where this place really shines and looks really super awesome is down here in this canyon. I can't wait to have the gatehouse finished up. That's gonna look super awesome up there. But if you look back this way, like up the canyon this way with the trees and stuff and the waterfall in the distance, I think that just looks super, super cool out there. I think the bridge turned out really nice too. I want to come back and throw a lot more mud and stuff like that. This part of the cliff is very much a work in progress over here, but I did do a bunch of work this way. Thank you, Dolphin, for the boost. Too much boost, too much boost. Bring us back, bring us back. But you can see where I kind of stopped. You know, I don't know, I just wanted to make it look like it was kind of wet and rough and beaten up from the waves and things down at the bottom. And I threw in some dirt and stuff like that, and eventually we'll continue it along that way towards the village and also this way once we get into the city, but I thought that was enough for now. One thing I'm not really sure of are these little fire things that I've got going on here. I've always liked the acacia trapdoors because I feel like they kind of look like a rusty iron like bar kind of for stuff like this. But for some reason in this instance, I don't really like them. I feel like they kind of stand out a bit too much, and I might do something a bit different there. These might change. But I am super, super happy with how this place is turning out so far. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the old comment section. So that's a whole lot of building that we've done, actually. That took me quite a while to do, but we're not done yet. There's one thing that we gotta take care of that's been bugging me. Have some rockets. So we're building this pretty epic thing over here, right? But for some dumb reason, our cart and our menagerie is parked over here. I'd like to get all this stuff moved over to where we're actually working. I don't think I'm worried about the portal yet. That can stay there for now. I'm not sure where that's gonna go, but I know that I want my stuff over where I'm working. That way I can quit flying back and forth so much. Plus, I don't know how I'm gonna build a gatehouse unless I'm under the ever watchful eye of all of these dudes here. And speaking of these dudes here, I asked you guys for names yet again. And yet again, you delivered. As always, there are tons and tons and tons of good suggestions, but I could only pick one. So I chose Ella, Bella, and Emma, since they rhyme, and I can't argue with that logic. So, as always, thank you all for the wonderful suggestions. Now I gotta figure out how to get all these guys over there. Probably with the magic of video editing. That's how. So, we made it over here. I extended the road a little bit, not too far, but we made it over here. The wagon made it over here. I did pick up a lot of the stuff. I took care of everything that I don't need. It actually wasn't too bad. For some reason, Bella is exceptionally excited to be here. I think everybody's settling in quite nicely to the new location. And now I feel a little bit more organized. Having all my stuff over here kind of where we're working in one spot makes a bit more sense to me. Next episode, I think we're going to tackle this gatehouse and try and get that wrapped up a little bit, especially around the backside where it starts to fall apart down on the landscape. So we're just going to keep all of this building, building. We're gonna build on. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope I made up for the lack of building on the last couple episodes with this. The next couple episodes too, I think will make you guys really happy. So again, like I said at the beginning of the episode, thank you guys so much for all the support recently. It's been super awesome. I really can't tell you guys enough. So leave a like on the video if you like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, what your favorite part of the episode was, and I will see you guys next time.